Each of us has received a special gift. Use it in the service of others. This scripture quote is taken from 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. We, as baptized Christians, have always heard the phrase, bloom where you're planted. And that's precisely what today's scripture invites us to understand. That when we use our God-given gifts, our talents and our abilities in the service of others in God's kingdom, then we truly are blooming where we're planted. And that's precisely what Peter says to us in today's scripture. So let us pray as we begin this online Zonals. Father, I want to bloom where I am planted. May I resist the temptation to compare myself to others. Help me to see the ways in which you have uniquely blessed me with gifts and talents and abilities, and may I use these gifts, these talents, these abilities in the service of all in your kingdom. Thank you for making me as I am, and forgive me for the times I've compared myself and my abilities to others. And thank you for blessing me with my talents, my abilities, and my gifts. And may I use these talents and gifts for the service of others. And I pray that starting today, I will use every opportunity, every gift, every moment that I receive from you as an opportunity, a chance to use my abilities for your greater glory. I make this prayer in your name, Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless. You have a wonderful online Zonals.
Amen, Father Nigel. Yes, bloom where you are planted and make the most of what you are given. Now, this pretty much sums up what the Zonals are all about. And we are thankful for the abundance of talent that has bloomed over the 66 years of the Zonals. Now, on that note, I am extremely honored and privileged to welcome all of you in Bandra, or those of you who wish you in Bandra, or those of you who have a little bit of Bandra with you wherever you are, to this, the second night of the Bandra All Bandra Zonal Parish contest. However, this year, it is not a contest. It is a celebration of what was, is, and will always be one of Bandra's greatest treasures, the Zonals. Now, the essence of the Zonals can be summed up in the words of Warren De Silva, spoken by Santosh, one of the most Bandra Sherlock Holmes you'll ever meet, in one of my favorite Southeast plays, Sherlock Holmes and the Curious Case of the Dead Audience. This is what Sherlock Holmes says about the Zonals. "'Tis the season of community gathering and merriment. 'Tis the season of music and drama. 'Tis the season of pot roast sandwiches and hot tea. 'Tis the season of backbiting and controversy, where entries pour in, singers go looking for accompanists leave the country, everyone practicing day and night, and in the end, Chelsea and Chloe win everything." Well, that is true to this day, except maybe the names have changed a bit. We have, some dominance, some rivalries, all of that going on in the Zonals. Let me take this moment now to introduce myself. I am Daniel D'Souza, your host for this evening, taking over. Thank you very much. I'm taking over for the lovely Melody, who entertained us all of last night with her infectious energy, her infected singing, and her insane passion. Now, I truly am privileged and honored to be doing this right now. It's a way for me to give back a little bit to the Zonals, when the Zonals has done so much for me. I mean, it was many years ago now, but when I was 16 years old, I had the opportunity to produce and direct my first play ever with my cousin Dustin at the St. Andrew's Auditorium, Bandra. Now, this opportunity doesn't come by easily, not to a 16-year-old. Now, I know many of you have to have similar stories. I'm sure about it. And we want to hear from you tonight. Now, yes, thanks to these crazy times, we're apart from each other, but that doesn't mean we can't still summon the community spirit. Just as Father Nigel said, right? Make the best of what you have. We have technology. Community spirit, through your spirited commenting. Keep commenting, ask questions, tell us your favorite memories. Encourage the contestants. And if you must, roast the host, as always. Anyway, I think that's good for now. I can see comments coming in. That's great. Keep it going as the night goes on. And yeah, I think it's about time we start with our first performer. So we have Kimberly Van Drijn, who started winning at the Zonals since the age of 6. Now, since then, she has brought her talent to shows like The Sound of Music, Mahatma, Tribute to ABBA, The Bootleg Beatles, to name a few. An alumnus of the True School of Music, she's also a young upcoming singer-songwriter. Her debut single, Happiness, is available across all streaming platforms, so make sure you catch that. Coming up for you, singing Crazy, is a crazy, talented Kimberly Van Drijn.
Well, I hope that you've been having the time of your life. But just remember, you gotta always think twice. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without a care, yeah, I was out of touch. And it wasn't because I didn't know enough. No, I just knew too much. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. Possibly. My hero had the heart to live the life I wanna live. And all I remember is thinking I wanna be like that. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. There was no coincidence I've come. There's no coincidences. I'm gonna die when I'm done. I ain't done yet. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. So maybe I'm crazy. Just like you. Baby, I'm crazy. Baby, I'm crazy. Baby, I'm crazy. Just like you.
That was crazy, Kimberly Van Drijn, and the comments are going crazy for you. What is he saying? Awesome job, and the rest. Awesome, Kimberly. Hi, Mel. Mel is not singing, thankfully, tonight. Replying to Lynette. Giselle. Hi, Giselle, etc. Terrific. Superb, Kimberly. Keep them coming. Yes, that was incredibly crazy by Kimberly. We also have some people tuning in from LA. We have Judith Verma from LA, California. We have hello from Dina Moodley. Hello, Dina Moodley. we have Royden Gonzalez. Now, I have a feeling that the crew here are trying to troll me because Royden Gonzalez says hi from, let me get this right, Matra Pakadi. Right? Matra Pakadi, Mazgon, basically. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think tonight is also important for us to remember a bit about the history of the Zonals and where it all began. Now, I did mention that we've had 66 years of the Zonals. If you do simple math and you calculate backwards, you will not actually come to the date when the Zonals actually began. We've had a few years in between, which didn't have the Zonals. So I have a question for you. 10 points we'll give to whichever zone answers first. Try to keep the competition alive, maybe. Okay, what year did the Zonals actually begin in? While you think about that, it's time to introduce our next performer, who is one of our most beloved imports. Now, she thought that she was the lucky one when she moved to Bandra in 2016 because she got to be a part of what she calls the whirlwind that is the Zonals. But little did she know that we were the lucky ones who got to welcome into our community a powerhouse of a musician, Petra Misquitta. Wasting no time, Petra jumped straight into the zonal spirit. She even conducted the Northwest Choir in 2019, bringing them top honors. Petra is, yes, an all-round musician, but she's also a teacher. And she's a special teacher at that because, not just because of this, but also because she teaches my little niece, Shaira Jo D'Souza. Shout out to you, Shaira. Hope you're watching. Petra, Shaira loves you and can't wait to see you perform, like I'm sure all your kids are waiting eagerly to do as well. Yeah, so Petra, when she was asked what her earliest memories of the Zonals was, she remembers sitting as a silent observer in the audience and watching the magic that encapsulates the Zonals. But tonight, we have Petra bringing her magic to us here at the Zonals with her rendition of How Deep Is Your Love.
I know your eyes in the morning sun. I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You are the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest night. You are my savior when I fall. And it may not think that I care for you, but you know down inside I really do, that it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living We belong to you and me. How deep is your love? Oh, how deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Ah, Petra, that put me in the mood. That relaxed my nerves, relaxed my spirits. Sultry, smooth Petra. And really, you did relax me during that last performance because, to be honest, I was a little hyped up. Let me tell you something. Like, today was hectic. It felt like a true zonal day. Running around, getting the script in order, finishing the lines to make sure I don't go overtime. Who knows who'll cut points when. Getting costumes and everything ready, and then, camera's on, I'm ready to go, and we're live, and it's exciting, and then Petra comes on and just eases things down. I love it, love it, love it. Back to the question, when did the Zonals actually begin? Now, this is quite impressive. I think almost all of you got it right. So, Coco got it right, Jennifer Donald got it right, Karen Castellino, Faye Cabral, Loretta Pereira, Remo Pereira, Benoit Lobo are some of the people who got it right. Now, the thing is that so many people got it right, you don't get points because there's one person who got it wrong. And that's special, to be the only wrong person in a group of right people. And that person gets minus 10 points for their zone, and that person is from the Southwest zone. With the guesses 1952 and 1948, the winner of the wrong question game is Vernon. Minus 10. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And of course, all the congratulations coming in for Petra. Absolutely beautiful. Good one, Daniel. Thank you, Dalidas. Ha ha ha. Go Southwest. I love it. Points doesn't matter. Negative or positive. Points is what Southwest Zone wants. So now, our next bit. There's one thing though about zonal season. No matter whenever zonal season comes around, no social gathering is ever complete without the customary, hey, you remember that time when, and those days, yeah, and the school hall were too good, and the good old days. Those moments, right? Those conversations. Now, yes, I have been guilty to many of those conversations. I've spent hours reminiscing about the past, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, it's these exercises that always make me feel connected to home, no matter where I am. And I think it's important that we reminisce and take a stroll down memory lane, just like Father Charles Rodrigues and Roger Pereira are going to do for us right now.
Hi, this is Roger Pereira, or Roger C.B. Pereira, as I started calling myself from the very first talent Zonals. Yes, I was there from the very beginning. I was 12 then. I'm almost 82 today. The sports Zonals came first. Thank you, Monsignor Neres, Frank and Chrissy Suarez, whose idea it was, Melville Mendes, Wilfie Tellis, Carlisle Curry, Mel Rodrigues, etc., etc., etc. I owe a lot to each one of you and to the Zonals. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, dear Zonals. In the first year, there were just two categories for individuals, below 15 and above 15, singing and elocution who were clubbed together. At the eliminations, I had the honor of standing first among singing and elocution. That's the good news. The bad news is that when I tried singing Danny Boy, my voice croaked. And that ended whatever ambitions I had as a singer. Thanks to the Zonals, I learned to appreciate real theatre. Reggie Coelho and Alu Gomes of St. Paul's Road in Dr. Faustus. My zone Ranwer scored a hat-trick of standing last in the first 3 years. But in the fourth year, we were the champs.
Dear friends, long before there was an American Idol or a Britain's Got Talent or Dance India Dance, a group of visionaries pooled in their very modest resources and talents to initiate the St. Andrew Zonals, to encourage and foster the world-class talent that was emerging within earshot of the church bells of St. Andrew's Church, Bandra. Today, as the Zonals go global, we pause to recall the legacy that these visionaries have bequeathed to us, while also examining our own role and responsibility in enabling the talents of future generations. Let's recall some of those original pioneers of the Zonals: Melville Mendes, Wilfred Tellis, Carlisle Curry, Artie Gonsalves, and some of the stalwarts who came later like Selby Rosario and Melrod and Pop Mozello, to name but a few. It was these men who, with the blessings and the encouragement of Monsignor Nereus Rodrigues, set the stage for the Zonals. To those of you from that generation who are still with us, a mega thank you.
Interesting. I think there's something that Roger Pereira said that a lot of us can relate to, which is the standing last many years in a row. I mean, I remember for me, for the first time I was directing the Northwest Zone, it was amazing. They welcomed me with open arms. It was a great chance for me to go to a new zone, meet new people. In fact, one of my best friends now, I met at that play, Dean Donald. Donald. But yeah, so this new zone welcomes me and we have a great time. We do exercises full theatre exercises, lots of masti, thought we were doing a great job, and we go and happily stand last, but proudly last, mind you. It was slightly embarrassing, but still, we were proud of what we did, and the party after, the fun we had after was insane. I mean, that was the essence of what Zonals is, right? Bringing people together, try, fail, do, party, laugh, joke, all of that. Yeah, this something else. We heard some of the names of the people involved with the very first Zonals, which brings me to my other question. For all of you who remember those days, now we know the zones as the Northwest, Southwest, Northeast, and the Southeast, but the zones were known by a different name, by different names rather. There were 4 different names, and if you get it right, you win a bottle of Frisano Bianco. So put in the answers, and just an FYI, yes, everyone wants this wine, it's great, but we don't have the budget to go delivering to Canada and to Australia. So if you happen to win and you're not from Bandra, you got to nominate someone from Bandra to get this bottle of wine on your behalf. Talking about not being able to deliver to Canada and to Australia, we have some wishes coming in from Chennai, Joanne Saldana, Mary Lou from the UK, Monisha Toscano from LA, Faye Cabral from Goa, where I will be soon. Let's see some comments. Yes, Charlie, late 70s and early 80s. Superb days in the school hall. Sharp 5:30, Mr. Carlisle Curry used to be on the mic to start the contest. And yes, black curtains, and the comment has disappeared, but I'm sure it was great. Ranwar Chimbai, Virendra Hill. The answers are coming to the question. Not right, not yet. Okay, this is a tough one. Hopefully we'll have some more wrong answers. In the meantime, we have Andrew Samois, who says, Danny looks like a vicar and Danny looks like an old uncle. Andrew, have you taken a look at yourself in the mirror? Huh? I'm looking at the comments, you're distracting me. Okay, sorry. Enjoying the show from the Northwest. Happy to take the responsibility to pick the wine. Good vibes. Bunch of names. Joshua says Ghanta to Andrew Simois, who is in fact more of an old uncle and a vicar than I am. I think it's time to move on to our next performer. Our next performer, Anushka Vaz, who started singing and was a voiceover artist, a recording artist, when she was 3. Yes, 3 years old. Now, when I read bios like this, it seriously makes me question my existence. What am I doing with my life? When I was 3 years old, the most moving performance that I ever gave was as tree number 4 swaying in the background at Teacher Rosemary's, blissfully unaware of the world around me. The 3-year-olds are singing and recording songs. Anyway, Anushka, of course, took that and leapfrogged ahead, winning top prize in 2014 and 2016, the Pride of the Southeast Zone as it stands. Anushka also told us that she misses singing in live venues because she misses the connection that live music brings to people, the gathering and the oneness that you feel. And the song that she's going to sing captures just that. Anushka Vaz.
Baby, tonight I wanna. Don't try to fight me on it. I want you and me, there's no confusion. Breaking all our New Year's resolution. I never thought you'd see me. I never thought you'd care. I never thought you'd come so close. I could feel you. Now you're standing there. I never thought you'd run to me. Now I don't know what to say, babe. I only closed the door 'cause I felt that you were afraid. I wanted you yesterday. No, nothing changed. You've always been the one, and I want love, baby. Tonight I want it. I want love. Don't try to fight me on it. I want you and me. There's no confusion. Breaking all our New Year's resolutions. 'Cause I want love. I want love. I want you and me. There's no confusion. Breaking all our New Year's resolutions. So baby, let's get crazy. There's no need to be scared. I wanna get lost in love divine, forever to share. I wanted you yesterday. No, nothing's changed. You've always been the one, and I want love, baby. Tonight I want it. I want love. Don't try to fight me on it. I want you and me. There's no confusion. Breaking all our New Year's resolutions. I want love, baby. Tonight I want it. I want love. Don't try to fight me on it. I want you, man. There's no confusion. Breaking all our New Year's resolutions. Baby, tonight I want it. I want you and me. There's no you and baby. 'Cause I want love. You and me, there's no confusion. Breaking all these resolutions. I want love.
Yes, Anushka Vaz bringing the party to the Zonals with all the runs. Yes, we got that. So the comments are also running. We have some answers. Now we have just 2 winners to the question, but actually we've had before that. We've had some really interesting answers. Yeah. So I think it was Andrew who said that the Arabian Sea was a zone. What else did we have? We had some. So Vernon says bandstand, Carter Road, yacht, and doesn't know the 4th zone. Close. This is very close. Yacht really is where most of the meetings used to happen. Still happens sometimes, you know. Yacht should be its own zone. But we do have some correct answers, okay? And this is really impressive. We've had only 2 correct answers, or 2 correct answers in time. One of them is Cresswell D'Souza. The other is Shalini D'Souza, who thanks Vivian Miranda, who is a stalwart of the Zonals and in fact has a shield named after him. So, do we want to know the answer? The correct answers, I guess, are Scheme East, Scheme West, Ranwar, and Hill Road. So, yeah, some trivia. So, next time, I guess. Okay, that was a brilliant performance. Anushka, yes, it was, absolutely. Southeast was bribed by Matthias by taking boys to yacht. I think I'll leave that one. Don't want to read too much into that. Yeah, you Cresswell. Yay, good. You Vivian. Uncle Vivian. Okay. Hello Cresswell. Loved the song yesterday. Good. It's good. I see the comments are flowing. That's a good sign. Joshua D'Souza is talking some nonsense. What is correct? It's correct. Correct, Josh. Correct. Clap hands to Anushka. Brilliant. Northeast was the best. Zonal party, always the best and most food. So this is the problem. The zone that had the most food would invariably have the most guests and become the best party. But now sometimes there's also this tradition of sharing. Now there was a great sharer at the Zonals who always came to all the Zonal parties to share the food. Who is this one person I'm talking about? Javi, of course. Sharing the wealth, sharing the love, and sharing the potro sandwiches, always. Okay, so next. Next. Megan Trainor wisely says, it's all about that bass. About that bass, about that bass. Our next performer epitomizes this sentiment. Although thankfully, a different kind of bass we're talking about here. The lowest voice in Bandra, and I dare you to find someone lower than him, Trevor Furtado, has been the rock and solid source of steady and dependable bass for countless choirs, quartets, duets, and even in some cases, himself in the solo category, proving that the basses are not just restricted to dudums and bebops and, the boring stuff and anyway, yes, so Trevor Furtado, the lowest man in Bandra, when asked about his choice of song, he said, and I quote, this is what he said. This is the perfect song to get flirtatious with the chicks at the Bandra Zonals. That's what Bandra boys are all about, no? Well, ladies, you have been warned. Trevor is about to get low, 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 low.
And turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you'd understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me just to be your man. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. Maybe lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you'd understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt it feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much you turn me on just to be your man. Ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I love you. turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you'd understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling that was quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Yeah.
Bandra's resident bass man bringing the bass. Ladies, did you get flirted with? Trevor, maybe drop your number. You can see, the outcome of that. So we've got some comments. We've got Mary Lou Navratnam, who's thinking of Uncle Bonzo and Egbert, who took part in the plays. That's great to know. Hello to Uncle Bonzo and Egbert. Marianne Ambrose says hello from Bhubaneswar. Also, we have live with us in the comments, we have Usha Uthup, who's here with us live right now. So that's amazing. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And we are blessed and to have you grace our event. And I think maybe it's now time to hear a little bit from someone special. I think it's said enough. Let's just let the tape roll.
Hi everybody, Namaskar, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum. I'm Usha Uthup and I'm your Didi. But today being your Didi means I'm Bandra's Didi man. That's right. I'm the original Didi from Bandra. And I am so pleased to be with all of you in this amazing event, the Bandra Zonals. It's really fantastic to be a part of this evening because you couldn't have done this evening without me. I wouldn't have let you. Really wouldn't have let you. This is such a fantastic event because the Bandra Zonals has brought to India, and not just to India, I think now even to the world, the most amazing musicians and singers and artists, and in all genres, even in sound and lights and technicians and everything. I mean, Bandra Zonals have always done the best by all the artists. And I think it's so fantastic that we are together tonight. Thank you so much, Brian, for having me as well. And I hope this carries on and on and on forever. Bandra Zonals, all the very best to all of you. And thank you for letting me be Bandra's Didi.
That was amazing. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you stick around because, as you know, something special is going to happen later on in the event. You don't want to go anywhere. Our spotlight artist who just graced us might, do a little bit more for us. You never know. So stick around. Okay. The chat is going crazy for Trevor. Of course, Trevor is one of the Zonal's most favorite sons, and he's getting the love that he deserves. I saw hi Mary Lou. I read it as hi, I want to marry you, but I guess that's not what it says. Okay, anyway, on to our next performer. From one ladies' man to another ladies' man, but this time a rock star guitarist, Joshua Vaz, who started out at the Zonals when he was just 5 years old. Now, he's won the first prize for playing the guitar, but he also won for playing the violin and elocution. Now, that's talent. That's impressive. And when asked to describe what the Zonals means to him, Joshua very sweetly said, "Somewhere over the Zonal rainbow, I have found my own personal pot of gold." Now, this guy is as smooth with his words as he is with his guitar. Here to share his pot of gold with you, Joshua. Joshua Vaz strumming those strings, plucking some heartstrings in the process, I'm sure. That was beautiful. So beautiful that Lisa Rodriguez asks, do those fingers even have bones? I mean, one would think after that performance. Joshua Vaz, truly, truly beautiful. Technical prowess at its best. The acoustic guitar sounding sublime. Few wishes coming in from Edinburgh, Scotland. We have Anne Silla. We have Maria from Andheri with a little heart. Marina Vaz de Souza from San Diego, California. Odette from Borivali. Eric Pereira from Perth, Australia. They all say hi, welcome. So glad to have you with us. Hope you still are with us right now. Mary Lou says she heard Usha Uthup 45 years ago at Teresa's. Wow. And has been a big fan ever since. I don't blame you. Neil DeMonte remembering 2 winners from Fern's Mansion. Oh yeah, that place produced some stars. Roland Gonzalez, Rolly, who can forget? The most spectacular tenor. We'll never forget his sonorous, beautiful voice. Also Kim Rodriguez, classical and instrumental, of course, another great. Of course, it's so lovely to remember all the people that have come and gone, who've graced us with their incredible talent, and that's what we're doing tonight. And it's so glad to see that so many of you are remembering the good times that were and still are and will always be, of course. Shobha from Bangalore says hello. Valley Falero from Bandra. Dubai. You get it? I'll leave it. Hopefully, let's see. Okay, love this. Heart in Bandra, body in Canada. Yes, body in Canada, heart in Bandra. That's good enough. So long as you're here with us on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're joining us from. Hi Shanti, very much here. Karen Castellino. Dalit, Ralph wants to know how you're doing. Hello Rifa, it was such an honor to be able to perform this edition of the Zonals. Joshua Vaz, it was an honor to have you. Thank you so much for that. Truly, truly spectacular. All right, I think it's time for our next performance. And our next performer needs no introduction. And I am not joking. She really needs no introduction, so I will not give her an introduction. Instead, we will play a little game, a little quiz. I'm going to give you 3 clues, and you have to guess who it is. Okay? If you guess who it is on the first clue, you get 20 points. If you guess who it is on the second clue, you get 10 points. And if you guess who it is on the third clue, you get 5 points. And our scorekeepers for the night will be making a note of what zone gets what points. Vernon is on course to get some more negative points for Southwest Zone. So let's see what happens. The first clue for our next performer is, she is one of the Zonal's greatest success stories, of course, singing on the Zonal stage for the Southwest Zone. Clues are coming in already. Damn it. Yes, so she started when she was 5 years old and she went pro by the age of 14. Okay, Samantha Noella, Ralph, fast. Go, Vernon, Samantha Noella. Bandra is, that's not the one. Samantha Noella. Okay, let's go do some more clues. Wow, you guys are smart. Okay. The second clue is, she has her own music school, Scatitude Academy of Music. My God, okay, fine. Yes, it is Samantha Noella. You're right. But let me go through the clues either way. The third clue is that she has coached some of the biggest names in Bollywood, including Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Farhan Akhtar, Shraddha Kapoor, amongst others. The incredibly talented Samantha Noella.
so afraid, but your arms, they say, come to me. So I'd say to you, can we talk for a while? You say it's alright, and when you love me, I smile, feel your hands, and you feel mine. You bring me joy. You bring me joy. Don't go too far away. If I can't see your face, I will remember it's mine. Can this be right? Oh, should we be friends? 'Cause I get lonely sometimes, and I'm mixed up again. 'Cause you're the best thing I've seen in all my life. You bring me joy. My joy, my joy. I believe this is gonna be what you wanted it to be. I just love you. I love you. Why can't you see that you're the finest thing I've seen in all my life? You bring me joy. My joy. You're my joy. My joy. You're my joy. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. You bring me joy. I just love you, baby. I just love you, baby. I just love you. When I lose my way, your love comes smiling on me.
Samantha Noella saying she loves you. But you know what, Samantha? I think you know this. We love you. I mean, look at the comments. I mean, it says it all. Truly spectacular. Thank you for that. Amazing. I saw a comment there earlier, though. So apparently, someone mentioned that Samantha's child was the youngest performer on the zonal stage, the youngest actor in a zonal play, rather, at the age of 7 months. Now, if that's true, then I don't know what to do. Like I was talking a little while earlier about these three-year-olds with beefed up bios. Now, if I have to start like looking at bios of 7-month-old babies who've been performing, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, so we have Ravindra Varma, who is a huge fan of Usha Uthup since 1974, when she sang at Casino Restaurant outside Cochin Naval Base on Wellington Island. Wow. I love these old memories. We also have Sarita from Portugal and Linda Rifa Rebello. I hope I got that right, from San Diego, California. Thank you for being with us. Yes, fantastic. Noella, Samantha Noella, brilliant Sam. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Perfect time to move on to our next performer. Before we do, I want to ask you one more trivia question, okay? So now we know that the Andrews Parish Zonal started in 1953. But when did the St. Teresa's Parish Zonals begin? That's the next question. Let's hear your answers. No wine this time. Wine we've given for the previous question. While you figure when the Teresa Zonals began, we'll move on to our next performer, who started off at the Teresa Zonals, Lisa Rodrigues, who started at the Teresa Zonals, like I said, since the age of 5, winning prizes as she continued to do at the Andrew Zonals. One year she even won the trophy for the vocalist with the highest points. She's a true superstar. And tonight she's going to perform her hauntingly beautiful winning piece from Zonals 2015. One of her favorite songs, Love the World Over. The music of the night from The Phantom of the Opera.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses, helpless to resist the notes I write. Slowly, gently, night unfolds its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold unfeeling light. Listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge all thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the
Lisa, that was so good. Oh my God. Goosebumps. Honestly, goosebumps. It's like I was on the West End watching this live over Zoom. But either way, I have to say one thing though. Lisa, I had the honor of meeting her and working with her a few years ago when she was the zonal captain and she was trying to figure out the play and everything at the same time. And she was lost, but she was the most dedicated most committed person I ever met, and she even took on the duty of acting in the play, something she's never done before, but just committed to it and excelled. And that's what Lisa's about. She's just a go-getter, get things done, and that's the kind of attitude that leads to performances like this. So thank you so much, Lisa, for that. It was truly amazing. Marita Gonzalez from Michigan says, hello, Marita Gonzalez. Let's now look at some of the answers to the question I asked. In what year did the St. Teresa Zonals begin? Of course, Andrew Samois, it's embarrassing to even read this out. Should I, Andrew? He says 1901. Right or wrong? Wrong. Colin D'Souza says 1968. Not bad. Getting there. Cassandra Fern started off with 1972 and then changed. We'll give her the points maybe. Karen Casino says 1969. The correct answers, which Cassandra finally got to, Aloma Fernandez and Ryan de Monte got as well, although Ryan de Monte probably does not count, is 1973. Exactly 20 years after the Ambrian Zonals. So there you go. Again, sorry, no wine for you. Yes. Okay, our next performance, yes. So, from my experience of the Zonals, watching, being around, seeing what goes on, hands down, one of the most hardworking people at the Zonals has to be the mothers. I mean, pickups and drop-offs at classes, late nights doing costumes and props and perfecting makeup, supervising practices, soothing the nerves of the kids and their own sometimes, pestering accompanists, cheerleading and keeping everyone fed, just so that their little ones and sometimes their big ones get a chance to perform on the hallowed stage of the Zonals. So, when the roles are reversed, like in the case of our next performers, we can't help but beam with pride and gratitude as we watch and cheer these senoritas as they sway and they swish their way through the next performance, proving that age is just a number. Presenting the Swinging Six.
¿Quién eres tú? ¿Dónde has estado? He removido cielo y tierra y no te encontré. Y llegas hoy tan de repente y das sentido a toda mi vida con tu querer.
ना मैं समझा ना मैं जाना जो भी तुमने मुझसे कहा है सेन्योरिटा, मगर फिर भी ना जाने क्यों मुझे सुन के अच्छा लगा है señorita.
No desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí.
मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो, समझी ना señorita.
चाहत के दो पल भी मिल पाए, दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या, दो पल को तो आओ खो जाए, पूरे हम होता हम है क्या señorita, सुनो सुनो señorita कहते हैं हम क्या.
We're young and we're crazy. Get out, horny, amazing. Turn up the lights and the sound, get loud, shout it out, 'cause we're young and we're crazy. मौका है, मौसम है, महफिल में जवानियां, दीवानी धड़कन की धक धक सी कहानियां. So come on everybody say gilly gilly akka
The Swinging Six for you. That was swinging, wasn't it? And it was 6 of them. Sorry, bad joke, but yeah, I mean that's just so beautiful to watch. I mean, I love the fact that this new category was introduced a couple of years ago. Group dance and over what is it? Over 40, over 50s. There's a certain age cut off that you'd be above to participate, and what it did was just something so beautiful. It brought out just the joy of performance, like the joy of just, again, like I said before, being together and letting your hair loose, I guess. And sometimes letting your hair loose means up in a nice Spanish bun. But just, yeah, beautiful, beautiful community getting together to dance on stage. Love it. While we're also going through trivia about the Zonals, we also have some trivia about Usha Uthup that keeps coming in. And Cresswell D'Souza remembers Usha singing at National College in 1969 or 70. She changed the lyrics of Guantanamera to Aat Ana Mera. Aat Ana Mera. or Char Ana Tera. Is that right? Did I get that right? Everyone's laughing here. I don't know what I said. What did I say? Oh, is that what happened? Calvin is saying I'm abusing, but I don't think that's what happened. Okay. All right. I think it's time to take another trip down memory lane. One of my favorite things to do, like I said. The good old times. The times to come. Memory lane, take it away. Okay, so maybe I'll talk about my own memories since we have a little delay with the next clip. What are my memories? How about this? Why don't you guys start putting your memories down in the comments? And while you do that, let's go to the clip that we have prepared for you.
One of the things that comes to mind, the many, is the question of budgets in their Bandra Zonals. And as you know, as a director, we always wanted more. More sets, more props, more costumes, more lighting. And I was always told, we have a low budget, or it's not in the budget. And you tend to make do. Until one day I walked into a room where this very animated discussion was going on. And everybody was there, the cast, the committee, the captain, wondering what was happening. To find that they were discussing the after party. Now this is something else, this after party. And then I realized that a large portion of the budget was allocated for the after party. Of course I remonstrated, but they said, the raison d'etre is for the after party. So
Here's a little story that I'd love to recount. So when I was a teenager, I was training people to sing in the choir, altos, sopranos, tenors, and it was the same bunch of faces almost every year taking part. And so one of the people who came up to me, I was testing their voices, and one young guy came up and I said, "So you must be a tenor." So he looked at me horrified. "No, I'm not a tenor. I'm a dikuna." I said, "Okay," and everyone burst out laughing. So there you go, dikuna, pinto, alto, tenor.
Another point that I would like to mention about here is the competitiveness of the various zones. Sometimes right in the middle of the scene, everything would stop and suddenly there should be pin drop silence, and so you look around rather confused as to what has happened. Usually it was in a very intense scene, and then someone would come and whisper in my ear, "Spy, spy." So what? Spy? Apparently some poor soul or souls from another zone had come to discuss with the committee and whatever people about sharing sets, costumes, lights, etc. But everything stopped. And of course, only after they finished that we carried on with rehearsal.
Merlin, I think it would be amazing if we start naming our children alto and soprano. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I ever have a child like Alto D'Souza. It works, like it could. Tenor, Pereira. Also, Michael Nazareth also brought up a very interesting thing that I agree with, that a lot of the zonal budget has always been kept aside for the zonal party. Now, this is a tradition that I, being a director, fully agree with. Because honestly, the zonal after party is like, it's a microcosm of what the zonals are, right? It's a little mini zonals. There's singing, there's dancing, there's drama, of course, there's gossip, there's all of that happens at the zonal party. So you know what? I think what I want to hear from you guys in the comments is some memories of your favorite zonal after party, or maybe even, this is a tough question, okay? So what has been the most interesting concoction of beverages that you have ever sipped out of a zonal trophy? Now, don't say too much, you might get in trouble. I also might get in trouble for asking this question. But if you want to, Joshua says Bonvita. That never happened. Okay, let's hear some of your memories. Waiting for that. Anushka Dutt, in the meantime, says that this is what happens when Bandra buggers speak Hindi. अजय, अभी मैं प्रूव करना चाहता हूँ कि मेरा हिंदी इतना खराब नहीं हूँ. नहीं है नहीं है. मैंने एक हिंदी नाटक भी किया 4 साल पहले. पूरा डायलॉग हिंदी में था और थोड़ा अजीब था भी. रहने दो. Okay. Our next performer is Jean Merchant. Jean Merchant says that the Zonals gave her the opportunity and the confidence that she needed to sing. From there, one thing led to another, and after countless live shows and studio recordings, today she's a vocal coach and has taught countless people how to sing. And has also just released her debut single that she wrote and composed herself. And sung, of course. It's called Round and Round. Please do check it out. Jean Merchant, take it away.
Round and round in circles they keep going on. Never-ending waves of all the ripples of the pain. Sometimes circles can be good, but sometimes they just could lock you up in ways you can get out. Round and round and round they just keep going on. Now we're stuck inside a hole of tears no one to get. Don't know why they cannot see. They're hurting you and me. We're locked inside a world of misery. And round they go. Round, 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 round. There's people dying everywhere, and we just can't get out of anywhere. When I look around and see the beauty of our world, it sickens me to think of all the pain. Killing people, hurting people ain't the way. Infinity circles every day. On and on, they just keep going on. Hating people, shameful human beings, such a disgrace. Only when that circle ends, they will find a friend. They will find a friend in you and me. Only when that circle ends, they will find a friend. They will find a friend in you and me. And round they go. Round, 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 round. There's people dying everywhere, and we just can't get out of anywhere. And round we go. Round, 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 round. There's people dying everywhere, and we just can't get out of anywhere.
That was a brilliant Jean Merchant representing St. Peter's Parish. As some of the comments said, that's great to see representation from all the parishes, because this, after all, is the St. Andrew's All Bandra Parish Zonal celebration this year. Okay, so, yeah. So I've got some answers for some of the zonal parties. Ryan DeMonte says best party memory was his house cops. At his house, cops ended it at 5 p.m. Not possible. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Ryan, go to sleep. It's 5 a.m. Melody Laila says Martin Opus, his parties were awesome. I think I've been to a couple of them, and yeah, they really were. Lisanne Silva remembers squeezing all the fruits we could find in the house into the zonal trophy, along with all the alcohol we could find. That actually doesn't sound so bad. It's like fruit alcohol punch, like jungle juice. Also, this happened in my house, and actually I do know how bad it was because the house smelt of it for the next 2 days, because we won't go to details. Okay, yeah, love it. Daniel doing it amazingly, such a humorous, sweet and charming compare. Anushka, oh, Anushka, thanks. Just because I spoke in Hindi for you. I'll do it anytime you want. Daniel, don't worry, all our Stanislaus boys can't speak Hindi. Cristiano de Silva. True. Wish it wasn't, but it is. Okay, so on to our next performance. We have a choir. And this choir conductor is Dylan D'Souza, who conducted the Northeast Choir for 6 years, and for 6 years, won. And it is my honor and privilege to say that I was a member of each and every one of those zonal choirs. I was there when we conquered. And it truly was special. I mean, memories of those years and practices was special. I mean, being in a room with Eddie and Rolly vibrating the house down was something to behold. You're like a foot away from them and you're like, whoa, my body's tingling, something's happening. Then you have Keith Menezes, of course, cracking the jokes, trying to keep the moments light, when things would get a bit intense close to the shows. And of course, some very special ladies in the soprano line with their lovely jokes that, made me grow up a lot faster than I was expecting to. You know who you are. The main person, Dylan, right? So Dylan was this extremely, still is, of course, an extremely charismatic and expressive conductor who knew how to draw out the best in each and every one of his singers. Now, I can never forget his hair that was always cut just below the eyes. So he always had a hair just covering his eyes. And every performance would begin with the customary hair flick and swish, the hands going to ready position, the final instruction to smile, and then with the drop of the hand on the downbeat, the sound would fill in, and you knew you were part of something special right then in that moment. So now we have something really special. We have Dylan conducting the Salvation Singers at one of their concerts back in 2012, accompanied by Lucille Nair on the piano. Now, Lucille Nair also accompanied us at the Zonals. Incredible accompanists, could always depend on her. And the duo, the two of them together were just phenomenal. Also we have a guest performer, special performer in this next piece. Familiar face, a stalwart of the Northeast Zone. He's done it all. Best actor 1, 2, 3, supporting actor. Probably won the award for being, the best standing lamppost at some point. One for the choirs, duets, quartets, you name it, he's done it. Neil Parish. Here we go.
Yes, I've got to get this off my chest, Michael. Folks, it's time I make this confession. I really don't deserve to be in this choir. I'm eternally grateful to Dylan for giving me this chance, And I'll tell you why. See, I really couldn't. I could never really. What I couldn't do is sing. I have trouble with it. It goes all around my nose. It's terrifying. See, I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was higher. Which is why I disappear if someone says that started higher. Hey, when I begin to sing, it's a cross between a sing and a pure. It's a little like a record player, but it doesn't have a sing. Oh, I know you think crazy. But I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do is sing. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. It wasn't intentional. He's doing his best.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It really blows my mind.
He gets the rest.
But what I lack in pitch, I sure make up in. All my friends say I'm perfect for the show. Still, I'm terrific at a was a messing up. I'm a birdie on a But then I begin to they say, who's a little playing pong and cinema? And when Christmas comes, and all my friends go, it is so disheartening. It is so disquiet. It is so discouraged. Darling, please stop answering. See, I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do is. Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do la. Sing, 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 devil, sing, devil, 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 sing, devil, devil.
Oh, that's brilliant. Uncle Neil, as I like to call him, no matter what he does, gets the reaction, and the room here was in splits. So was I. Amazing. I think what's amazing is that his acting is so good that he was able to convince the entire audience that he couldn't sing, which we all know he can do incredibly well. Another bass man like Trevor. We got some memories of zonal parties here, and I've got to say I'm a bit shocked at some of them. Melanie Dugal remembers after Northeast and St. Teresa's won the trophy, about 11 people got into one car screaming, "We won, we won, we won." The shocking part is 11 people in one car, not the screaming, but the fact that it was we won versus we are the champions. That's what it should have been. But we won is good enough. Joshua D'Souza. Oh, I don't even want to read this. This is my brother. He says the trophy was filled with whiskey, rum, coke, orange juice, cut musambi, obviously cut musambi, salt, and some biryani also. I can see that working. Get a bit of umami in there. Cietil Fernandez. Now, what she says is that Northeast can top all parties. We had one where both the fire brigade and the cops broke it up. What happened this night, Cietil? Tell us. I think someone should take it on themselves to, write a book or make a play, or these stories need to be like compiled and we'll be entertained till the cows come home. All right. Yes, great comments flowing in. Of course, the choir is brilliant. So was Neil Pires. Love it. Our next performer is Andrew Simoes, who started performing at the Zonals at a young age. And now I know this well because I used to be in the same category with him every time. And I remember sitting, waiting for my chance, shaking in my boots, as people like, at that time there was Nihal Coutinho and Nikhil Cornero, and Andrew banging away at the keys, playing some crazy level piece that was way beyond our age. But then Andrew was one of the few who kept at it, kept performing, kept winning, and didn't give many of us a chance. But then Andrew then grew into this, what I would describe as a quintessential classical music geek who prefers German to English while singing because that is the language of the greats. And one year he even refused to sing with a mic because classical music must be sung acoustic. He didn't realize that he's singing in a modern auditorium and not in a cathedral. Anyway, Andrew now he conducts the St. Stephen's Choir regularly, and he also conducts the St. Andrew's Youth Choir. And the choir's name is the A-Team. The A-Team. Now, I really sincerely hope that the choir is named after the Parish Andrews and not Andrew himself. But knowing how vain Andrew can be, I wouldn't put it past himself. So Andrew, from playing the piano to Patao, his wife, to playing the piano to put his child to sleep, we have him playing Schubert in E flat on the classical pianoforte. Andrew, play softer, your baby will wake up. I heard that Andrew also tries to sing the baby to sleep in German lullabies. Stick to the piano, play sweetly. Just joking, Andrew, that was, as always, incredible. And of course, I'm jealous. Jennifer Donald says to Andrew that Auntie Rini would be happy to hear this classical music. And I'm sure she would be. I mean, she was my piano teacher as well. So I remember sitting, like I said, in the audience, a product of Auntie Rini, all her years of wisdom flowing through me and somehow onto the piano, and that she had an aura right around that piano. And one thing I noticed though, Andrew, you kept the lid of the piano open, something that Auntie Rini would always make sure happened. She'd even stop the performance, go up, open the lid, and make you start again. Is Auntie Rini watching? That's amazing. Auntie Rini, I'm so happy you're here. Lots of love to you. I think it's now time to move on to final showstopper of the night, our spotlight artist. This is a hard one to introduce, but I'm going to try anyway. Now, having scaled the heights of the music industry, earning all the accolades imaginable, our spotlight artist for tonight is far more than a list of achievements. One of the most kind, humble, approachable, affable, generous, and all-round special people. This I take in good faith from the word on the street. Her energy on stage is mesmerizing. Always donned in her Kanjivaram's best, her performances will take you over the gamut of the human experience. I mean, anger, joy, happiness, ecstasy, the whole range. I mean, the power that she brings to the stage is beyond a studied technique, but a result of a magical concoction of everything that she is. So, without further ado, our spotlight artist for this evening, Usha Uthup.
Like a legend of the phoenix, all ends with the beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. We come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and close to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no rhythm. Your gift just keeps on giving. Hey, what is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm ready. We come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and approach to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. 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 Hey, this is for the Bandra Zonals. Bandra, we love you. I do, for sure. I really got lucky knowing everybody in Bandra. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and approach to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get fun. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get lucky. 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 I'm up all night to get lucky.
Yes, we're all up all night to get lucky. Thank you so much for that. And with that, we are at the end of our show tonight. Thank you so much. I mean, the comments were amazing. The memories were amazing. I mean, I'm shocked at what's been going on at these Zonal after parties. I thought I knew it all, but I think tonight when I go over the comments, I'll be pleasantly surprised and unpleasantly surprised. But it's good to know that the community is out and about and alive and kicking and thriving. And yeah, so just don't forget that next week, the exact same thing happens, Saturday and Sunday. 8 p.m. is when it starts. We have Erica D'Souza on Saturday and Brian Tellis on Sunday. You do not want to miss it, so please subscribe to the Facebook page and the YouTube page and make sure you log on. Also, Shalini D'Souza and Creswell D'Souza, the winners of the wine today, happen to be D'Souza's, along with Shanti, who won yesterday, which was a D'Souza as well. So it seems like there's a trend happening, so we're going to keep it in the family. So, you know, send the wine down. Ryan DeMonte says, Vernon, tonight's party is at Yacht, the hub, the center of all the zones. Fifth zone, Yacht, is where the party's at tonight. Wear your mask. See you later. Good night.